Hey, this is Mrs. Clark, and today I'm going to show you how to make this pixel art for Valentine's Day. You can write your own custom questions for any content, and then it will make this Be Mine picture for Valentine's. So if you want to get this exact template and make this bee with me, click on the link in the description and we can code along together. And I also hope that this will help you if you're coding your own pixel art. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm going to do is come up to the percentage and change it to 75 so I can see everything on the screen. The next thing I'm going to do is write my questions, and I do that just by clicking and typing. And you can also change the font. You can make this bigger if you need more space. And you can go ahead and write your questions, and then I'd also like you to answer your questions as well. Once we have our questions and answers, let's talk a little bit about the coding. We're actually only going to have to write 9 codes. We're writing a code for each answer box, and these are the only boxes that you're writing codes for. When you write your code, you're really just telling the computer 2 things. You're telling the computer what box you're talking about and what needs to be in that box. In other words, the answer to your question. I need to tell the computer how to find this box and that there needs to be a 9 in it. When I say how to find the box, every box in a spreadsheet has a name. And you name the boxes by telling the computer the column and row of that box. So let's look at the name of this box. It's in column B. All of them are in column B. And it is in row, well, it's row 4, 5, 6, and 7. See how they're shaded? But for the name of this box, you use the first number. So this is row 4. So this box is B4. Column B, row 4. This box is B8. This box is B12. So you're going to tell the computer the name of the box, and then you're going to tell the computer the answer to your question, whether it's 9 or 8 or February or whatever. With that being said, let's look at the actual code, which is just the stuff I was talking about, plus a couple symbols. It's right down here. I recommend writing this down on a piece of paper. The code or the custom formula is equals $column, $row equals answer. For example, the code for this box will be equals $B, $4 equals 9. B is the column, 4 is the row, 9 is the answer. This one will be equals $B, $8 equals 8. This one is equals $B, $12 equals February. And that's how you write the code. So let's go ahead and write our first code. Click on the box that you actually want to code. For me, it's that first answer box with a 9 in it. And we'll open our coding window. To do that, click on Format. If you don't have this window, click here. Click on Format and Conditional Formatting. And we'll keep this window up the whole time, but if you lose it, you can get back in the same way. This is our coding window, and you can see that this box is selected. That's the one that it's going to apply our code to, which is good. I start at the bottom, and I always start by picking the color I want it to turn. I need to pick colors from my bee. So if I click on this, I can see them all up there, but sometimes I just like to make sure. So let's say I want to do the lightest yellow. I can see that it's this one here because that's the lightest choice, but if you're not sure, you can always come click on the picture and then just check and see what color it is. Okay, but you just want to make sure before you come back that you click back on that box that you're coding. So we found our color, it's that lightest yellow. That's the color we want it to turn. Now we're going to write our code. Come where it says Format Cells If. It says is not empty. Click on that, and I want you to scroll down to the very last option, Custom Formula Is. Underneath a box will appear. That's where we write that code, telling the computer the name of this box, so column and row of this box, and the answer to our question, which in my case is 9. Equals $B, that's the column, $4, that's the row, equals 9, that's the answer. Now keep this window open, but I'm going to close it just to show you real quick. Code is right there, it has been written, and the code is effective. I told the computer if there's a 9 in that box, turn it light yellow, and if there's something else in that box, do not. So The code works. What we want to do now is take that existing code and just attach the pixels in the B so that when this box turns yellow, they also turn yellow. To do that, we are going to do our very last step here, which is apply to range. This tells it what range of pixels are going to be part of this code. Right now we have the B4 to B7, which is this big box, and we want to add all these pixels. To do that, click on this little window button. This will pop up. We're going to slide it over. You still want to be able to see this box because it needs to stay selected, and we like to check and make sure. We're going to be clicking on all the light yellows in the B, but first you need to hold down a button on your computer. That button is Control. It's usually in the bottom left of the keyboard. If you have a Mac, you're going to hold down Command. The reason we do that is because it lets us keep clicking and adding pixels without losing the ones we already clicked on. It essentially lets you make a group. Now we're just going to click on all of the light yellow in the B. And notice that that first box is still part of it. That's important. If you click on something you don't mean to, like say that, you can delete it with the trash can, or even easier is just to click on it again and it'll deselect. You can also click with one finger and drag and let go to get a huge section if they're next to each other. I'm still holding down Control. When I'm done, I'm going to lift up on Control and I need to do 3 steps. First, I need to hit OK on the range. Next, I need to hit Done on the code. And this last step is really important. Come up to the paint bucket and click Reset. Now let's test it. Everything is selected right now, so just click off of it. Come back to the 9, hit Delete or Backspace, and the yellows disappear. Put the 9 back in, and you have to click off of it for it to activate. There it goes. So that one works. Code is still there, but I am going to delete this 9 because you want your picture to be disappearing in front of your eyes. Okay, let's do our next one. So click on the box you want to code, which for us is this box. Come over here and click Add Another Rule. If you lost this window, just open it the same way as before, and you'll get this same window. All right, so we're going to start at the bottom and tell the computer what color we want it to turn. If you're not sure how to find the color, you can click on your B and find it. Let's do the gray. So you can always click on it and see it there, but then you need to click back on the box you're coding, which for us is this one. So come to our paint bucket and we'll pick that gray that I was just looking at. And now we'll write our code. So come down to Custom Formula Is. We're going to tell the computer the column and row of this box so it knows what box it is, and that the answer to the question needs to be 8. Equals $B, that's the column, $8, that's the row, equals 8, that's the answer. That code is technically done, and we just want to add the grays from the B. Come to Apply to Range, click on this, slide it over, hold down Control, and click on all the grays in the picture. You want to make sure that that answer box is still selected. It has a blue box around it. Now lift up on Control and we will do our 3 steps. Okay, done, and then don't forget to reset the paint bucket. Click off of it so it'll deselect everything, and then you can test these out. Remember, you have to click off the box before the code will activate. Let's click on our next box and click Add Another Rule. I'm going to do the darkest blue, which is kind of this gray blue. Let me just go ahead and click on it in my B so I can see where it's located. It is the 4th one in. Okay, coming back to the box I actually want to code, which is my February box, and I'll find the color. Next, I'll write the code. Custom Formula Is equals $B, that's the column, $12, that's the row, equals February. Now I want to show you something. You see how it turned white to show me the code is wrong? February is a word, and if your answer is a word, you have to do one extra step. You have to put quotation marks around the word. There we go. Now it works. If it's a number, like before, you don't have to put quotes, but if it's a word, put quotation marks around it, just like as if it were dialogue in a book. Now the code works, and we're going to do our last step, which is to add the pixels from the B to add on to the February box, which is already selected. So I'm going to hold down Control and click on the darkest blues. Then I lift up on control and I need to do my 3 steps. Hit OK on the range, done on the code, and reset the paint bucket. Click off of it, take out the February, and then put it back in to test it. Great. We'll do Mercury next. We're going to do the black for this one. So I'll click add another rule and we'll choose our color. Now I want to show you something. If you turn that box black, I mean, that's good. That's what you want, but you can't see the text anymore. You can actually tell the code to change the font color too. And I usually don't mess around with that, but if you're turning it black, it might be nice to also change the font color. So click on this little A and change the text color to white. And now we can actually see it. Come down to format rules and we'll write our code. Equals $B, that's the row, $16 is the column, equals Mercury, and we are going to put Mercury in quotation marks. If it turns black, then I know that the code worked. Last step is to come up to our range, slide this over, hold down control, and I am going to click on all of the black pixels in my B. So after this, I'm going to speed it up and we'll check it at the end, but I want to let you know that if you have any trouble with this, that's very normal. There's a learning curve to it, but it requires a lot of patience, but it's totally worth it if you stick with it. And I have a video down here, and it's also just in my pixel art playlist. It's called Common Mistakes and How to Fix Them, and that should help you if you have any pixels left over or one of your answer boxes doesn't change colors. Things like that. So don't give up and make sure you check that out if you need help. And then one other thing I want to tell you is with these blues, it's really nice because we've got kind of the regular blue, which will be this, and then we have like a light blue and then the lightest blue. But this is all just kind of artistic shading. So as you're going, if you kind of get confused about which blue is which, it's going to be fine. It's still going to look like wings and it's still going to look like words. So don't worry too much about it. All right, so I'm going to speed it up now, and we'll check in at the end. All right, when you're finished, there should be no pixels left, and you can see as we cycle through that all the codes pop up over there on the right, but let's go ahead and close the window and put our answers in. All right, so like I said, if you made any mistakes, that's very normal. Check out that video and it should help you, but I hope you have fun with this coding project.